guys, welcome back to another vlogging Friday. I hope you all had a great Christmas. This video will be going out on Friday the 5th, which is the 12th day of Christmas, the 12th night or 12th day, whichever way you work it. And that is it. Christmas is finito. So if you're new here guys, before I start, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the YouTubey things. So today we are on our way to London. I really wanted to go to see the lights. Oh, and this is the book I'm reading. It is The Magicians by Lev Grossman. I'm totally loving it. I remember as a kid, my dad would take us to Dublin for a day out to see the lights of Dublin City Centre. And for me, it really was the first vibe of Christmas was to come and see the lights. So this year I decided I was going to go to London, have a day out by myself, see a few friends if I could, and just, you know, have a mosey around the shops, see some Christmas lights and get into the festive spirit, which is what I did, and it was absolutely fabulous. Here we are coming into King's Cross. It's always a bit manic here, but it was quite nice. King's Cross had some fabulous carol singers, which really added to the vibe of Christmas. It was fabulous. So first stop, as always, for me when I head to any city is to see what the Primark, or aka Pennies, is like. This one was a bit manic, I'm not going to lie. As you can see here in the streets, it's crazy. It's very, very busy. But it was okay to get around on and to look. They had a fantastic Rita Ora collection. Like, they literally had everything. This was the Primark up at Tottenham Court Road, because I knew that would be the less busier of the two. But they literally had all the Rita Ora collection. It was fabulous. They also had some lovely homewares, which I took some video of here to show you. Loads of Lilo and Stitch things and loads of Disney things. Oh my god, it was just Disney everywhere. I felt like I was in the Disney store. There was a lot of it. Kind of a bit overkill, to be honest. Especially, like, I know I'm not that into Disney anymore, but I used to be. But even for me, it was like, ugh, there's a lot of stuff and it's not that great. They even had a flower store here, which I was quite surprised with. I have never seen one of these before in a Primark. These are all artificial flowers, but they're still very beautiful, like, for the price of them as well. And I get them in Primark, so that means you're getting like your clothes and your homewares and now artificial flowers. I mean, the next thing they're going to do is have a garden centre in there. And of course, being the beauty enthusiast that I am, I had to take a trip down into the beauty section, which, I'm not going to lie, it was bloody feral down there. Like, I know some of these videos look pretty calm, but like all of a sudden these people would just come out and grab stuff, and I was like, oh, hold on a second, chill, there is lots of space for everybody. It was a bit manic, yeah. They did have a lot of things though, but honestly, like I said to one of my friends, I was in Primark in Hastings not that long ago, and that was just as good. They did have a good variety of serums. I did find an abundance that I wasn't expecting. Didn't know they did half of these products, like protein peptides and collagen serums and all this kind of thing, vitamin C serums. So they did have a massive array of serums. Now, whether they are good quality or not, I don't know. I saw here also they're taking after the Dublin Pennies by adding in beauty salons and stuff like that within the Primark store. But then I also saw that they had this vintage store, which means there must be letting space. So this place is called Worn Well. It seems to be like some kind of a vintage shop. Well, it is a vintage shop, but I thought it would be like vintage Primark stuff, but it wasn't. It was just vintage stuff in general. Quite nice pieces. I really didn't know what to make of it. It was a bit odd to have it in Primark, but I take it like there must be a reason why they're letting floor space. Is that a concern? I just thought it was a bit odd. Stuff was still beautiful. Of course, I'm always interested in like the Asian kimonos and stuff like that. They're my favourites. Anything glittery, I'm like a magpie. I'll be there. then after Primark, I decided I would take a stroll down the rest of Oxford Circus just to visit a few haunts that I used to work in Oxford Circus. I worked in what was the big Top Shop, which is now a massive IKEA, which I was quite surprised with. The place didn't have the same vibe it did. Like, I left there, 8 years ago. The vibe has definitely changed in Oxford Circus. The electricity isn't like what it used to be. Most of the shops are still there. I went to Carnaby as well because I spent some time in Carnaby. Sculpted by Amy, go you girl. Nice to see a little Irish brand popping up, and of course there's O'Neill's as always. Heading down into Carnaby now, having a look around. So I went to Mac to see some of my friends who still work there and check out an ice cream gelato bar. I found this shop called Wizards and Wonders up by Leicester Square, and honestly it was an absolute magical shop. The music in there was also banging. I've been trying to get my hands on the tunes ever since on Spotify, but like the merchandise they had in there was absolute ace. I loved it. And then it was finally nighttime, or darkness really, so I could get some lovely pictures of these angels. I absolutely adore angels. I have a bit of an affinity to them. So these beautiful lights on Regent Street were absolutely fabulous. This is Regent Street kind of coming up onto Leicester Square. As you can see, it was so busy. Jesus, I didn't expect it to be this busy, but then again, what was I thinking? Like, when I used to work there, it was still crazy busy. I took a walk up some street. I have no idea where I was, but I passed by this gorgeous bar and bistro. I just thought the way they did the decorations was fabulous, and of course there was this little church which I had to go and have a look at. Then went up by Fortnum and Mason. I loved this display. I thought it was absolutely fabulous, and of course their window decor. Now I could have took a lot more pictures, but I did go for a few drinks with some friends, so I did spend time with them and I didn't get to do as much as I did. And then before I knew it, I got a phone call to come home that my daughter had been ill, so I didn't get to spend as much time as I wanted in London, which there you have it.